History 240, Introduction Course. This is the history of events in California. Geography and regional diversity. California history begins with its geography and regional diversity. As we can see, there are many different regions in California. We will begin our discussion with the four main geographical areas. These are the Sierra or Sierra Mountains, the Central Valley, the Mojave Desert, and the coastline areas. California is unique in that the Pacific Ocean on the west, the Mojave Desert to its south, and the Sierra Mountains on its eastern border kept this area relatively isolated for thousands of years. Thus, major developments such as European contact will not occur in California until the late 1700s, as compared to South America being colonized in the 1500s and the eastern seaboard being colonized and settled in the early 1600s. Continuing with the Sierra Mountains. The Sierra Mountains are important for various historical reasons. First, as it played a role in leading European settlement, it also posed an immense challenge for building the transcontinental railroad along with Euro-American settlement. Secondly, while the Sierra served as a refuge for runaway missions during the 1700s, by the 1850s, gold will attract thousands of foreigners from around the world, many of them Euro-Americans from the East Coast. While the gold rush has many times been looked in positive light for attracting people from around the world and around the country, from California Indians' perspective, this will have a detrimental impact on the livelihood of the original peoples of this area. Thirdly, since time immemorial, the snow-capped mountains of the Sierras have been the source of countless rivers, streams, and lakes. Most importantly, it has provided water and irrigation for the Central Valley. Thus, moving on to the Central Valley region of the United States, this area has become the most productive agricultural region in California. Before the 1900s, it used to be a rich woodland area with marshes and a variety of bird and animal life. But today, it has been transformed. Irrigated cropland in the Central Valley yield more agricultural products than any other area in the world. By the 1920s, this region's agribusiness became an economic giant, enriching many landowners and providing low-wage employment for immigrants from various countries and around the world. We will have European immigrants and immigrants or Euro-American immigrants coming to California from the Midwest and coast. We'll have Asian immigrants coming by the late 1800s, early 1900s. And then today, in terms of California agribusiness, it is dominated mostly by Mexican and Central American farm workers. The Mojave Desert region. The Mojave Desert region impeded Spanish settlement of California for centuries, as stated earlier. Even after Spanish and later Euro-American settlement of California, only California Indians populated this region, until, of course, air conditioning was invented. Now, it is part of the Sun Belt region of the southwest of the United States, serving as the site of bioscience, aerospace, and electronics, providing, again, employment for thousands of people. Continuing with the coastline region. As we know, or many of us know, the coastline region provides recreation for thousands of Californians and tourists. Countless tourists come to California to enjoy tide pools, surfing, sailing, the redwoods, etc. In terms of trade, California is at the center of what we call the Pacific Rim. If we reimagine California not as the western edge of North America, but as the center of U.S.-Asian trade, its importance outweighs the East Coast. Some argue even New York. For example, the goods from the Pacific Rim that enter Los Angeles and Long Beach ports surpass the amount that reaches the East Coast from Europe. At the center of the Pacific Rim, California does not only take in material goods and products, but the people of the Pacific Rim also. 40% of all Asian and Pacific Islanders live in California. This, of course, has impacted the cultural makeup of California. Asian ethnic enclaves such as Japantown, Chinatown, Little Manila, and Little Saigon are dotted throughout California's urban and suburban areas. Climate, regional diversity, and industry. Historically, California's climate and regional diversity created 5 major industries that continue to provide employment opportunities and attracting, again, countless immigrants from different parts of the United States and around the world. While there are many industries that we can mention, historically, the 5 major industries are real estate, cinema, tourism, agriculture, aviation, and computer science and technology.